This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode, Jade Empire. In the last episode, after defeating the Forest Shadow, we headed back to the inn and decided to take them out as well, for we felt like that both were unworthy of their lives. So we've taken Henpecto, who has now joined us, and we've learned about his plight and why he's called as he is. And the Black Whirlwind has come to decide to help us finish off these cannibals and Mother and the such. So we'll need his axes and his drinking ability, I guess. Do you have anything to say outside of?
What do you want?
I don't think I ever talked to him. I think in the previous episode. So okay, what do you think about our current situation?
What do you want from me? I'm here to kill things. You want answers? Ask someone else.
Well, I guess you're simple. I guess there's that. So
What?
what'd you do before you were with Lord Yun?
Why does it matter? I was born by my mother and sucked at her teat like every man. Well, like every man does with his mother. Anyway, by the time I was old enough to swing an axe, my father was dead and my mother disowned me. Of course, killing my father might have given her a reason. I think she did it out of shame. My father beat me and my brother senseless, and made our lives miserable. Either way, that was the end of my childhood.
Huh. Well, I guess you've started off your life a bit differently from everyone else. I've heard beating your dad or whatever, but killing him outright. Well, I mean, he did beat you. What did you do then? You're brave. I didn't really expect to go into a whole dialogue. I probably should have waited, but I can't believe you killed your own father.
I've done worse since then, believe me. I traveled a lot after that, begging for some things and taking the rest. Tough times, but not the worst. My axes and my wits kept me alive.
It must have been very difficult. Your wits, huh? And I bet you're a very dangerous child. Your wits, huh?
Yeah. I had some wits before I got them all knocked out of me. Mostly I just used my axes and my fists. You'd think a 7-year-old might be an easy target, but I soon learned just where to cut a man to make him squeal like a pig. Ah, those were the days.
Well, I guess that's true. Anyone can fall to a knife or a gun, you know, that type of thing, in the right spot. So, we humans are such frail creatures when you think about it. That's all for now. We'll talk later. Okay, great. Thanks to have it on your team. Well, we didn't want you on our team for your lovable conversations. So, other than telling us you killed your father at a young age. So, all right, let's tackle Mother and whatever else is left. So, let's do this. Come on, guys.
I'll stop the little guys, the big one's yours.
Alright, it's boss time against Mother and
Just tried to wear you down.
Henpecto. Oh.
Peter with just your fists.
What? You don't want me to try? No, we have to. This fight's a little bit differently, so you can't just straight up fight Mother. You have to. I don't know if you can get the Mother to destroy them, but yeah, you need to destroy the pillars, because we're gonna do the obvious. We're gonna destroy the. Yeah, basically Henpecto and actually, are there? I assume there's like really nowhere I could go. But Henpeto and Black Whirlwind are basically taking care of all the other dudes, basically like this. They'll never bug us. They'll just be doing that the whole time. So yeah, look at creepy mother. As one giant ugly motherfucker. No. Sorry, I don't know why I've been quoting a commando recently. I haven't even watched it recently, but anyway, sorry. I know this is an M-rated game, but I usually tend to keep my what's the word? My cruder tendencies away from games like this. But sometimes you just have to quote it. But yeah, that's pretty much how you fight her.
There's no end to them. Just like my wife's cousin.
Keep your head down, bum man. I'm killing things here.
You'll kill us if we don't get out of here soon. Look there. That's our only chance.
All right, we did it. Yeah, you don't get to actually fight Mother one-to-one. That's why it's easier to do to just listen to the Forest Shadow and defeat Mother, because you don't actually have to fight her one-on-one. So that's why it's the easier path. It's tougher fighting the Forest Shadow and her minions, but a little disappointing we don't get to fight her in a regular battle, but I mean, it makes a bit more sense just to collapse under her. So, but yeah, Black Whirlwind and Henpeto helped me with that, so I guess they're useful as followers for now. So time to get back to Lord Yun and tell him that this house is clean.
Well, I suppose that's it.
All I know is that I'll never look at meat the same way again.
You should probably go down to his camp and check with Lord Young. He'll likely want to reward you.
Let's get out of here. Black Whirlwind can look after himself on the way back to Tien's Landing.
True, he could probably take care of himself. Henpeto, you'd probably have a bit of a trouble there. Oh, and he's got a little new dialogue box, so when we get back to town, we can get a quest from him or whatever. So we'll do that when we actually go to town. So, or maybe not a quest per se, but we can. He has a conversation thing for him. So now we're at level 9. Yeah, it might be a good idea to always keep these up. Look at our. Okay. Luckily, the game lets me upgrade these whenever I want, so there's that. How far is my Discord? How close are we? Yeah, we still got quite a bit to go. Look at our menace. Okay, where's the map? Oh, actually, we're pretty close. Wow, nice. The game just, like, takes us there. Since I'm going to be going back to town here pretty soon, let's make sure to equip all the all these. Just in case. Yeah, back to Lord Yun. Yep, but that's it. That's the end of the... I'm trying to remember if you have to go back to the Forest Shadow after you defeat the Mother. I don't think you have to.
I wondered how long it would be before you made your way down here. I'm sure I don't need to tell you, but the air has changed considerably. My family has always been tied to the Forest Shadow in some strange way, and I can tell she's dead. It's a shame, but looking at these trees, I can see why it had to be done. I'm just glad you were there to handle things. Dealing with a maddened fox might have been beyond my skill.
Yes, she was a maddened fox indeed. No other reason. Quite mad. She's like she died for the right reasons. Yeah, she died for the right reasons. She's still mad with the wind map. Considering what I faced, my price has gone up.
Do you not appreciate the value of a wind map? I risked death at the assassin's hands by even giving you a rough copy of one.
Come on, dude. Just suck it up and give me money. Charm. I risk death to find a solution for you. Surely you believe the risk justifies rewards. Intimidation. What would you have paid to bring in someone who could deal with this? You're right, forget it. Yeah, we're definitely going to intimidate him. What have I done on your behalf is worth more than some scrap of paper.
That is true. Here, this purse should place us on more even footing. Here is the wind map you wanted. The copy is near perfect, and I assure you that the assassins will never know you have it.
Damn straight, otherwise I'll be back for you. I mean, thank you, my lord. What will you do now? Do you think the forest will be passed anytime soon? How do I know I cured your forest? What will you do now?
For now, I think I will look after this land. With the forest shadow gone, I'm sure the trees will restore themselves in time.
Yeah, sure they'll restore himself. His nature is strong enough. If it has enough closed fist discord. Do you think this forest will be passable anytime soon?
Allow me to answer that, Lord. Well, it seems that you've solved the problem with the forest. That doesn't mean the ghosts will simply up and leave. If we're lucky, then you've stopped things from getting worse, and time will provide the cure.
Sure, time will provide a cure. Like my fist to this forest face. I don't know where I was going with that. How do you know if I cured your forest?
I've been in this forest long enough that it was very clear when she died. The air changed. There's really no other way to describe it. I'm sure you made the right decision and did what needed to be done. I know the trees won't heal for some time, but that's to be expected.
Well, we'll see. It's time that I left.
Indeed, it is. You have my deepest gratitude. I had virtually given up hope, and you appeared like a gift from the heavens. One thing I have been meaning to ask you, though. What of the Pilgrim's Rest? Spear Catches Leaf mentioned that you went there to retrieve the crystal. How do they fare in that place?
Yeah, they're kind of all dead. Force cure, that's all that matters. Yeah, looking after you wasn't part of our agreement. I don't know which one's funnier. Yeah, let's just be a jerk. Let's see. Yeah, looking after your end wasn't part of our agreement.
It doesn't really matter. I shall deal with the N in time and see for myself. Farewell. That map will carry you safely if you can find a flyer with the range. I wish you all the best of luck.
All right, we get 600 silver for convincing him, some experience, journal, which I'm sorry I've been forgetting to read the journal entries after we solve other things. But we finally get let's see, how many other things we got to get? The amulet and the flyer. So 1/3 of all the things we needed to finish this place. So all right, do you have anything else to say, Lord Yun, before you leave?
I wish you the best in your travels. We will remain here for a time and tend to this forest. Remember that our little exchange, for all intents and purposes, never occurred. Fly well, and tell no one where you found the map.
Fare thee well! Alright, anyway. Anything else? Spear Catches Leaf?
It's good to see you again. Is there anything I can do for you?
What supplies and training do you have available?
I have a small stock of supplies, and I can also train you to be more precise and focused in battle. My name is well earned, some tell me. Have a look and tell me what you need. I'm collecting the silver to honor the men we lost to these accursed ghosts.
At least they give an excuse why he's asking for money from us. Some more flawed gems. Ooh, slick gem. 10%. Don't I already have a gem that already gives me my focus? But anyway, minus 10% focus cost for evading traps, which that's kind of a worthless gem when you think about it. Well, I'm trying to remember if there's like a particular dungeon area that would help conserving your focus. Yeah. The surface of this gem is oddly slick, making it difficult to hold. Oh, we already got one in our inventory. Never mind, I'm not going to read it. Oh, you can buy Dragon Style Spirit from him, so I'll have to remember to come back here later. So that one, this is the one that in the previous episode or the episode before we read about. See, it's a magic style, by the way, so it's air. Support style does direct damage in key strike mode. This style's area attack can initiate. Oh, it has to do the area attack. Okay. That produces a focus power up. That's kind of cool. The forms and strikes of Storm Dragon enable the master to call upon the power of lightning to damage an opponent. Oh wait, no, this is a magic ability. It's a status affecting ability. That's right. The forms and strikes of Storm Dragon enable the master to call upon the power of lightning to damage an opponent. While the style attacks doesn't cause direct damage, it summons forth electricity to course through its victim, doing small but constant damage over time. Storm Dragon will rarely win a fight on its own, but combined with other styles, it can easily change the tide of a difficult battle. So, like, we have Heavenly Wave that does health, and then we could get Storm Dragon, which would give us focus. So any one would be good. Let's see, you get Hunter's Spirit. Ooh, this is one we'll have to come back and get later. Let's see. The other ones don't really need because they have the negatives, but depending on how you're playing. Let's see. Predatory Intuition, +3 Intuition, -5 Key. To find a beast, one must understand the beast and how it thinks. This applies to humans just as with the lesser animals. Learning this makes a warrior more intuitive, but it lessens inner harmony. Tracking Eye, +7 Focus, -1 Charm. That's not too bad for my build. I could do that. But we'll see. I won't buy it now. Maybe I'll come back later before we finish Chapter 2. To track a beast in the forest, one must have a keen eye that catch every movement and track it undeterred by distraction. The tracking eye is that technique. Following it, and one can gain much greater focus, but is disconcerting to others. And the Boar's Strength, +7 Health, -3 Key. The boar is a surprisingly cunning and resourceful opponent when encountered in the wild. Even the most experienced hunter can fall prey to it if he does not watch himself. The boar uses its natural strength and weight in battle. Learn from the lessons the boar can teach, and you can prove more difficult for your opponents to overcome. And Hunter's... See, I read that. Okay. And Hunter's Spirit, which this is one I'll buy just because it's pure bonus later on, but... +15 Key and +3 Focus. Know yourself and you can know your prey. By knowing your own limitations, you can surpass yourself, seeing the limitations in others, and gain true power flowing from your own spirit onward into the world. A keen mind and a keen spirit are both the mark of a master hunter. But yeah, we'll come back later. Definitely gonna probably buy the Storm Dragon style too. I'm trying to remember if our merchant dude gets access to these if we end up not buying them. But I don't remember.
You know, I think I actually like this job better than my last.
Oh, you do you? Anyway, we're done with this place, so we don't have to go back ever again. So 1/3 of Chapter 2 is completed. So now we need the next piece of the amulet from the Dragon Amulet, and we need a flyer to do that wind map. Story purposes wise, I'm going to go for the Dragon Amulet next, I believe. Oh, we could go to the Pirates thing, either one, because we convinced that dude to go early if we really want to, but I'll just... I mean, technically, if we were going from story purposes, or at least what's considered the proper way to play, well, I guess you could play however you want, but what most people do is they usually go get the amulet first, then they go to the pirate's hideout, and then they go to the forest. So I probably chose the more difficult path first. But yeah, so we need to go back to our little hidey hole. Too bad we don't have... I don't remember this game having any quick jumps. At least I don't recall. No, okay. We need to go back there really quick. But yeah, we've done all the quests here in town, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it took us a little while, but we got that done. So yeah, this game's actually a bit quicker than like KOTOR 1 or 2. It's mainly because it's more of an action game. So yeah, there's still all the dialogue and everything like that, but it tends to flow a little bit faster. I mean, we're nowhere near close to the end of the game or anything like that. I'm just saying, in general, this game isn't as long as KOTOR 1 and 2. At least I never really thought it was. But before we go, yeah, it always loads up here because it's loading up all the companions in your hideout. That's why it loads at these places. It'll be the same when we go to other areas. Spoilers, we're going to go to other areas in the game. But yeah, let's talk to the companions, see how they're doing.
This has already become an educational trip. From what you discussed with Hui, it would seem we are indeed tied to important events.
I have concerns as well. Hui convinced me that your master is the glorious strategist. Tell me, Don't Star, What are your earliest memories with him?
You would be better served by asking his favorite student. He was at the school 3 years before I was.
Oh, come on, Dawnstar. You don't give yourself enough credit. You would know, but if you want me to answer, I will. She's correct about that. Was with him the last. Yes, do. I am the most deserving of your attention. Yes, do. I am most deserving of your attention.
We'll focus on you quite a bit by the time we are done, given the Spirit Monk connection. But I asked Dawnstar what she remembers.
The only thing I know about my life before coming to the school is that I was not wanted. Probably because of the bad omens I was born under.
Bad omens? What makes you think that? You said you don't know anything.
I know because of my name. It's one of the few details Master Li was told. I was named for a red glow opposite the morning sun, like a distant fire.
Back in the day when being born under certain like moon formations or whatever cursed you, even though that has like nothing to do with you, but you know the difference between modern society and back in the day. But like the burning of Dirge that we just mentioned, are you trying to claim she was at Dirge as well, Zoo? Oh yeah, I wonder if she was. So she was born the same day that Dirge was burned. That's oddly convenient or coincidental, whatever you want to call it. So are you trying to claim she was at Dirge as well, Zoo?
No. No one besides you has a claim to surviving the Dirge attack. Don't worry, you are safe on your pedestal.
It fits the time, but that just confirms my thoughts about being born under a bad omen. What could be worse than this attack on Dirge and the Water Dragon?
If that is the most troubling thing you learn about your birth, consider yourself lucky.
I find it kind of funny that like you could be arrogant and Zeus just like, all right, get off your pedestal, dickwad, you know. All right, before we talk to the companion, yeah, we're not gonna go on to the next quest yet, because after major sections of the game, you can unlock new dialogue options for your companions. So let's talk to Ho. Let's talk to Ho first.
Thank you again for rescuing me from those things. I owe you my deepest gratitude. Is there some way I can be of assistance?
Yeah, how about you stand like 5 feet away from me? Personal space, dude. Nah, that's the problem with the engine. Is it like, well, I guess maybe it's not a problem. It's just it lets you converse with people in any position, any point. So you can get some pretty awkward scenes, like, you know. Anyway, let's see. But anyway, when there's like a little thing above their head, that means they have a new they have a new conversation blip to talk about. So, what do you think of our current situation?
It would seem we have our work cut out for us. But as my darling wife likes to say, when things are tough, quit your whining and get to work. I can almost hear her screaming at me now. If ever you find a cure for bad memories, please let me know.
You know, if this wasn't being played with a joke, I'd feel really bad about this guy. Jeez. I feel bad for him, but I bet it's one of those things where, yeah, he's henpecked and all this other stuff, but she probably really does love him in her own messed up way, but we could go some dark ways with that one, but we're not going to do that, so tell me again. Oh, no, I guess we already know that, so tell me about your life before you were captured.
As I mentioned, I am but a simple bun master, with a dear wife who has turned my life into a miserable cesspool devoid of humor and excitement. Bless her soul. My wife ensures that I work very hard every day to become the best bun master in the Imperial City, perhaps the best in all the Empire. Though I was one of the most respected fighters in the Empire before I met my precious bride, she made sure that I became something more, or less.
More or less, huh? You're a man's man, aren't you? That's too bad, Ho. Why doesn't she like you fighting? Just divorce her and get it over with.
My loving wife would knead me into several small dumplings and boil me in hot oil if she suspected I was even speaking to you about leaving her. Life is not all bad, though. I may have lost all my dignity and self-respect, along with my ability to fight, or even make a tight fist. But I am a bun master of some renown.
Well, at least you can feed the group. Are you the group? Are you the group chef? I guess now. Well, everyone needs a cook. Are you gonna hit people with frying pans like in Suikoden or Suikoden or however you pronounce it? Yeah, one day, folks, I'll play that game again. Well, there's something to be proud of, I guess. When we get you home, I'll speak with your wife. I think it's time you told your wife what you think. Yeah, be a man, dude. Be a man.
I would sooner return to the cannibals and offer them what little flesh is left on my bones. But let's not discuss such things, if you don't mind.
Alright, alright. Fine. I'll let you get back to me, the cook, then. Tell me more about yourself, ho.
Perhaps in a little while. Memories of my wife are difficult to bear, especially when she is so very far away and I may never see her again.
Never see. Oh, there was a little glitch with the voice thing. That was a little weird. Or maybe it's my recording. I'm not sure, but that's all for now.
As you wish. I will be here waiting impatiently if you require anything.
The only problem with like this little area is because of like what's going on. It slows down in certain spots here. But anyway, let's talk to Black Whirlwind. But yeah, when they say wait till later, then yeah, that means you're done. And there's no little dialogue block or a little talking block on them. So let's talk to Black Whirlwind.
What do you want?
Okay, calm down. I didn't touch your axes. I didn't touch your phallic symbol. What do you think of our current situation?
You know what I like about this place? Absolutely nothing. Let's get what we need and get to the Imperial City.
Alright, alright. You're not a fan of podunk towns. I get it. Tell me something about your past.
I remember one time I was hired by two warring clans. They were going to discuss a peace treaty, and they wanted me to make sure things didn't get out of hand. A bunch of fights broke out in the first few days, but after I'd killed a few dozen of their clansmen, they settled down. That's when things got boring. The leaders took the next 3 days to talk and talk, and if they hadn't let me dip into their wine stocks, I might have snapped sooner than I did.
Oh, poor baby. Didn't get to drink or fight for 3 days. Well, I guess my character would feel bad for him, but me, I'm like, certainly hope you didn't interfere with their meeting. Why couldn't they reach a peaceful agreement? I'm surprised you lasted that long.
The clan leaders were agreed on peace, except for one thing. Jinlo, a beautiful clanswoman. Both leaders wanted her, and neither would give her up. After 5 days, it looked like the peace would fall apart. It looked like the two leaders were about to come to blows over Jinlo. So I stepped in. It was my job to stop them from fighting. So I cleaved the wench in two and told them each to take a half. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Black Whirlwind, perhaps you've taken the tale of King Solomon a bit too literally in this case? Or you no, wait, sorry. You actually went through with it. Solomon just threatened them with doing that. Not actually cleaving the lady in twain. Oh boy. You brute, Whirlwind. How could you do that? Then what happened? Now that's thinking, Whirlwind.
They weren't too happy with my decision. Everyone turned on me. Of course they all died, but they gave it a good effort. I don't know what they were so upset about. Better a quick death by the sword than the prolonged agony of your heart being ripped from your chest and thrown to the dog.
Are you talking about the, like, not the woman not loving either one of them? I mean, wait, I guess there was technically peace because you killed them all, so no war? Victory? I'll see you later, Black Whirlwind. Yeah, you can tell why Black Whirlwind might be one of my favorites just because of the crazy ass stories he tells the main character. So, let me see if Sagacious Zoo has any unique dialogue for now.
Yes? Is there something you want?
Alright, calm down, Sagacious. I'm just talking to you. I want to know what you and Hui were talking about. Did I ever ask him about the details? Well, we can ask him now.
Nothing to concern yourself over. Very old business. I traveled this way when I was fleeing the Lotus Assassins.
Yeah, he told me about that. I think I asked him about this before. Man, that was weeks ago, unfortunately, so I'm almost forgotten. You were fleeing, so leaving the Lotus Assassins was not a choice.
Oh, choosing to leave is easy enough. Surviving the choice is not. Is that a surprise given their nature? Hui's comments about Master Li are more outlandish.
I thought it was Hui. He says Hui. Are you dismissing what she said?
I know Hui to be a truthful and honorable person. Much more so than I consider myself to be. I do not question her belief, but belief alone is not enough. What if it is true? Much will have to change to accommodate this truth. It means the Emperor lied about Li's death, and he may have assaulted the heavens. The Emperor subject to the common vice of deception. Unthinkable.
Yeah, if you study like old Chinese like history in other countries surrounding areas, they're finding out their emperor. Like a lot of cultures found their kings or leaders to be like children of God or whatever you want to call it. So them being falling into the follies of man was almost like unheard of. Yeah, I think I remember this conversation dialogue. The he is a man sounds familiar. Don't seem the type to hold such allegiance to the Empire.
Perhaps my path has joined the low road once or twice, but you don't have to be an earnest schoolboy to know that anarchy is madness. The order of things is important.
I warn you, this will lead in a dangerous direction for you and Dawnstar. I cannot condone it, but I have agreed to help, and I will.
Just don't blame me when the whole world is against you.
Oh, well, why stay if you're so reluctant?
You and your companions have shown me a path I previously thought closed. Give me no more thought than that. Now, is there anything else?
I think I asked him about this line of dialogue before, but I want to ask you some more. You seem agitated.
I am always agitated. It is because of my training. We were taught that we were always being watched, always being stalked. In many cases, it is actually true. You likely have similar feelings. When trained to be as vicious as the assassins, or when you are the protege of a famous master, you tend to attract unwelcome interest. I wonder how you will react to this scrutiny. I also wonder if your fellows will stand by you when the true weight of what you claim becomes known.
Alright, touche, my friend. Your question why I should be trusted. What about you? Master Lee was right. People should help me. If Master Lee was right. People should help me to help themselves.
If your master is right, the actions of the average citizen of the Empire will not matter in the least. Many will prefer ignorance over knowing they are helpless. The sides of the coming conflict seem very well defined. That will not always be the case. It is sometimes difficult to see the truth behind the actions of others. Enough. I don't have anything else relevant to say. Perhaps I will when I have seen more of what you are capable of and what your master intends.
Q, you need to play more of the story to talk to him. Okay. What do you think about her current? And Sagacious Dude, you're always just a banter of just loveliness and optimism. It's great talking to you. What do you think about her current situation?
I don't know what else I can do for you right now. If I can help you, I will. But for now, I've got nothing new to offer.
Alright, see ya.
Goodbye, then.
Alright, so looks like we've finished one little thing. We've gotten the wind map, some money, and fixed a major problem dealing with gods and demons and stuff like that. We've entered a world of gods and monsters. But in the next episode of Jade Empire, we'll talk to Dawn and get a little bit of insight of how she's feeling about the current situation. Then we'll head on back outside of town and into the old area of town to find the Dragon's Amulet. What will we find there? Well, who knows? Keep watching. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.